then their other defense mechanism is her tongue, if we can get her to stick her tongue out. So her tongue is a dark blue color. Hey guys, it's Stephanie from Tye-Dyed Iguana, and today I'm going to show you guys our newest friend here. She's actually my personal pet, but she's living here at Tye-Dye. Her name is Wish. She is a shingleback skink. So those of you guys that know shingleback skinks, they are not a super common species to be found in this country. Wish is 5 years old, so she's full grown, which is about, so they say that these guys will get about 16 inches, so she is full grown at 5. And she was confirmed a female by a vet, so with these guys you can't just tell by looking at them what they are by male or female. So it's best to have them go to the vet, and then they have a few different procedures they can do and tell you if it's male or female. If you guys are local to the area, she is on display now in our store, so you guys can come in and see her. She's in this big enclosure here. So in captivity, it's best to have them in a cage that's a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot cage. They don't move a ton, but it's best they have enough space to move around. So this is where she'll be if you want to come see her. It is hard to find her though because she does sleep a lot. They're also known as the sleepy lizard and the bobtail lizard. So sleepy wise, it's because she sleeps a lot. Bobtail, it's because of her tail. So if you look at her, as you can see, she's in shed right now. So she's going to actually have a quick little bath after this video because she's shedding like crazy. But if you look, her head and her tail are very similar in shape. So it's like a triangular shape. That's a defense mechanism, so that way they can attempt to get away if something's coming after them. And then their other defense mechanism is her tongue, if we can get her to stick her tongue out. So her tongue is a dark blue color. Oh, there it is. So it's a dark blue color, obviously with the red in her mouth. And in the wild, if they feel threatened, they'll open their mouth really wide, show their tongue, and then they make a hissing noise. She is super friendly, so she's not hissed at me yet. Hopefully she never does. She actually likes to be handled. There's your tongue. I think she likes her chin, under her head scratched. So these guys are a diurnal species, which means they are awake during the day. She does need a heat and UVB source. So for a heat source, her basking spot, I try to keep about 105 to 110 in here. For her UVB, I do use a mercury vapor bulb and then a strip 10.0 UVB bulb, just to make sure she has UVB in her entire tank. In the wild, they hang out in the woodlands, shrub area, so they like to have a lot of hiding spots too with rocks. They like to hide in the rocks. So in her cage, I made sure she has enough hiding spots and places to climb in there. These guys are omnivores, so they do eat plants, and they also eat insects. The big thing with them with insects though is they need the slow moving insects, because you can see her little legs, she doesn't move very fast. But the crazy thing is these guys actually eat snails in the wild too, so their jaw is strong enough to bite through a snail shell. So snails can't move quickly, so I guess they're we better eat these guys. The other fun fact that I think is neat with the shingleback skink is they are a monogamous species, so they will mate for life. If she was to find a male, she would stay with him, they say years to decades at a time. So she would stay with him. They mate in the spring, and then shingleback skinks can have anywhere from 1 to 4 babies, and they have live birth. So it's not like they lay eggs and then they have to hatch. And then their gestation period is anywhere from 3 to 5 months that they will have the babies. And then typically soon after that, the babies, they will stay close, by the mom. And then they're just good to go on their own, and they figure it all out. As you can see on Wish, her scales, so they're these rough, keeled scales, and they kind of overlap each other as if it was a shingle on a roof, which also makes their shedding kind of a little difficult because the shed overlaps. And then these guys are very low humidity, so we would only want about 30 to 40% humidity, so then they do have a little more in the shedding issues. But during shedding, we like to put a humid hide in there that she can go in, or just give her a soak in some warm water, maybe once a week, to help her with the shedding. But this when I feel her, it reminds me of a pine cone. So it's kind of like an armored like scale and body, so it protects her. So if you guys want to see Wish, come on in the shop. Come in, visit her, see her. If I'm here, I'll get her out. That way you can see her up close. And then also, if you want to keep following some videos with her, we will have them on our Facebook and our Instagram going forward. This way you can continue with her journey. But if you have any other questions about her, you can drop us a comment on this video and then we will answer it for you.